Elms allows students to access nearly all of their important course materials in one place. However, recently the site has been causing more harm than good.
For the past week and a half, pretty much, past 9 o'clock, if I try and get on, it'll just default to error. The website will come up, or it'll trick me and the website will come up, and then when I try and click on one of my specific classes, it just says error.
Yeah, I tried logging in last week and it wouldn't let me log in at all. And luckily I didn't have anything due that day, so I was fine with it. But I noticed that like most of my suite mates were like freaking out because they had a lot to do, and so did a lot of my friends. So that was an issue.
I've had a few issues with Elms last week. Last week was my midterms week, and I had a lot of assignments to do like right before the class. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to get onto Elms and download the assignments for me to complete them in time. Instead, I had to run around and ask people in my class like if they've downloaded the assignments before the crash and everything.
The issues with Elms have led to students' inability to do their assignments and is causing them a lot of unnecessary stress.
So stress, yeah, for sure. I was worried that my professor wouldn't be understanding that they would expect us to upload it earlier before it crashed. And luckily, our professor was very understanding, and so she did not deduct any points. But I could foresee that happening in some of my other classes where my professors aren't as lenient.
I actually emailed my post to my professor instead of like posting it on the discussion board, so I didn't get penalized. But I mean, it was totally stressful. I had a quiz and like I couldn't study previously. We found out later the day that like we didn't have it that day because Elms was down, but it was just like the point that like I had nothing to study from, and I was trying to like text everyone to like find different materials, and like it was just a disaster.
It did cause me stress because I'm like really punctual. I like having everything set for the week, so it was just like I just wanted to get things done. It just made the wait more longer.
Students feel the university needs to come up with a way to ensure Elms will be accessible at all times.
I mean, the whole point of Elms is so like you have easy access to the materials that the professors put up. So like, obviously, if the university can't like tell you that it's going to be up like 24/7, especially at night when like everyone does their homework, then you shouldn't use Elms.
Well, this is definitely a problem with the school. The school definitely needs to do this to make sure that their students are on top of everything, and especially in times of midterms and papers and everything, we can't have the system crashing. Need some type of alternative.
I really don't understand why it's a big deal since other websites don't shut down, like Facebook, which has a lot more viewers than Elms.
I think the school should definitely have it on a backup system in regards to generators, and have an IT staff there that's ready to fix it if ever it goes down.
The students have different views on whether or not Elms should be replaced. However, they all agree some changes must be made.
I heard there's a rumor that we're getting a new system. I don't know if that's true or not because I think I heard it through another student, but I definitely would reconsider. Yeah, I know my high school used a different grading system, like another online Blackboard type that we didn't really have any issues with ever.
I don't think they should switch to a different system, but I definitely think that they need to make sure it works at all times.
Last year I took a psychology class and we were one of the test groups for a new website that the school was thinking about switching over to because of some problems with Elms, but I think during the school year should not be the time that they're using to transition us or to try out something new because all it's doing is causing extra stress for students.
I think the school should switch to a different system necessarily, but I do think the school needs to have a backup system ready for when it crashes and until they can repair the primary system.